everyone, Serena B here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I'm so excited. This is my first Halloween haul of the season. Yay! I have quite a few things accumulated so far. I'm so excited to share with you guys what I found. It's gonna be a lot of Michael's because that's the stores. I'm in Canada in case you're new, and Michael's is the first store that pretty much is putting out Halloween. I've been going to Michael's a couple times a week for the last few weeks, so I've been finding a lot of fun stuff. And of course, as everyone else, I'm obsessed with the vintage spirits line. I cannot wait for my store to start carrying the Halloween crafty things because I want so much from it. It's so good. Okay, so again, Michael's, there's gonna be some Spooky Town, Winners and Homesense, and as well as some random things here and there. You might actually see something right behind me, that witch is new, so that's part of the, Winners Homesense haul, but I like her there. She looks pretty cool. So anyway, let's move on. So if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video so it helps out my channel, and share this content with a lot more spooky loving people. So let's get right into it. Believe it or not, I have a couple items from at home. I have some family who visited other family in the US, so they randomly went to an at-home for me, and I said, yeah, okay, let me give you a couple pictures of things I'm looking for. I picked up the felt classic like jack-o'-lantern, what's this called, garland. This was $9.99 US. I got two of them. They're so freaking cute. I'm obsessed, and I got two because one is for decorating and one is for crafting. I thought because it's just like glued down here, actually I really like the twine as well. I can definitely use this for something, but because it's just glued down, I could just rip them apart and use them in crafting. So in the cover of journals or as embellishments, or you can make other things like DIYs with them and stuff. I just thought they were so cute and not that expensive. I wish I lived in the States because I would be stocking these for when they go on sale. I'd buy more. Like I said, I want them for crafting, but the thing is that I almost kind of want to keep both of them for decor. I'm not sure, but I did get one for crafting. So that's the first item. And then I picked up another little mini witch hat because the one I have broke last year, and they're only $4.99, so I just wanted another one, and they were there. And then the other thing I really wanted was a little pumpkin pails for $4.99, but that store didn't have them out or in stock. And then I wanted the pink confetti glass with the ghost, and that wasn't there as well. And there's more obviously that I really want, but I just asked for like little things. So anyways, I'm really happy with these three little purchases from at home. Random purchase from this past weekend. I went thrifting and I found these purple baubles, and they were only $4.49, and there's like 24 of them. It matches this thing from Michael's perfectly, and this is like double use for me because I'm going to be using it for Halloween as well as my Halloween tree. So if you're new, I do decorate for Halloween. I do a Halloween tree as well, so purple is perfect for that. But this year, my Halloween tree, I started planning this last year. I'm going to be doing a witchy theme, and I'm trying to incorporate green, orange, and purple. So when I saw these for $4.49, I thought it was a great deal, so I had to get them. I had to go get him. So pretty. This is the melting ghost. It gives me like a classic vibe, the black and white cartoon from Disney. Doesn't it give you that ghosty vibe, right? I love him so much. This was expensive. It was $44.95 with tax. It was like 50 something Canadian, but I had to get him. Unfortunately, this time I didn't have a 20% off coupon, but I had to get him. There was no way. I was obsessed. And I have the iridescent ghost from a couple years ago, and I was obsessed with that one too. I needed him in my life, and I was happy I have him. He's cute, but this is so more my style, and I kind of like no longer like that one, but he's there. Anyway, this is so cute, right? And it has an iridescent to it, but it's not like holographic. It's more of a shimmer, if you guys can see that. I don't know, but hopefully it's picking up. It's like a nice shimmer, so the iridescent doesn't bother me that much because it's not in your face. And I think it adds to the candle holder, so it's just perfect. Love him so much. And then I have a mini little book haul. I bought these two books from Amazon because I was recommended this one, and then I realized it's the same author of this one, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which I've been wanting to read for a while, so I'm actually kind of almost done. So this one is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, and I'm excited to read them. Last week I read The Near Witch, which was lended to me, and I was obsessed. It's V.E. Schwab, and it was so good. I finished it in a day, and I haven't read a book in a day in a really, I want to say over 10 years. I haven't finished a book in a day, so that was amazing. I loved it so much. And then I started reading this one. So these are like my summer spooky season reads to get me into the next 2 books that I picked up. These are from Winners. So last year I was looking for book recommendations for spooky season, and I did find a lot of people reviewing these books, so I had them in the back of my mind. So when I went to Winners and I saw that they were there, I was like, oh, I remember these books, so I had to get them. They were both $9.99 each, so that's a great deal. This one is called The Haunting, and I'm not going to go into the detail, but this one's based on Halloween night, and it's like a murder serial killer kind of thing, I think. And then this one, The Executioners 3, I heard that this is very 90s coded Buffy vibes and like 90s vibe, and the character's name is Freddie Geller. So right there you're like, yeah, this is totally inspired by Buffy and like, you know, Sarah Michelle Gellar. So happy I found these. So these are gonna be my spooky reads for, you know, more September, October. So those are my books for the spooky season. So I'm gonna start with Homesense because I have more Michael stuff. The first thing I saw was this. Now, I love her, minus the nose. I find the nose a little too, I don't know. If she had no nose, it would be so much better. Like just a flat, you know, normal nose. But regardless, I think this is so pretty. It's metal and it's $14.99, so it wasn't that expensive. I'm gonna be a little chatty in this video. I hope you don't mind that. So if you enjoy chatty haul videos, this is the right place for you. I find the prices this year reasonable, and I'm really surprised because I paid $14.99 for this, and you would think this would be like 20 bucks, but it was only 15, so I think that's a great deal. And there's other things as well I'll show you. Anyway, a lot of them had like, you know, scratches and stuff, but I got the best one I could find. But you can still see some scratches here and there. Anyways, it's a candle holder, as you can see, and I think this is so pretty. I'm obsessed with the Pottery Barn beautiful metal like witches, and I think this year they came out with skeletons. They are gorgeous. My gothic little heart wants them so badly, but they're really expensive and I can't justify that. Minus the nose, this is a very close dupe and I think it's really awesome. And I only just got one because if they were facing the opposite direction, I would have gotten 2. But because they are both the same, I just thought, yeah, one's enough. So I just got this one. I love her so much. So from that same trip, I found her. I'm so obsessed. Obviously, I missed out on the Cracker Barrel Tree Witch and I tried to get my hands on that, but obviously I missed out on that last year. I know they're dupes. I know it sucks that, you know, companies and stores are copying other companies and stores, but I have to say I don't mind it because I'm so glad I got this dupe. She is gorgeous and I love her because she has a broom. So it's not just a, you know, tree witch. It's a tree witch with a broom. I love that. And I know there's another one that has a pumpkin and I love that one as well, but I haven't seen it. Who knows if I'll get that one too, but I just think she's so gorgeous. And this was only $30. So that's why I'm saying, like, I would expect this to be 50 or something. And the fact that I only paid 30, what a deal. And she's big, like, she big. And I think it's gorgeous. I love her so much. She was the only one. I did do a reel from all the things I found that trip. So if you guys are interested, I'll link my Instagram below. But I just think she's glorious. And this is an all year round piece. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Serena and I'm a spooky ghoul. So I decorate my house with Halloween all year round, and not like the classic Halloween, more like things like this that are witchy or gothic. And then I pull out the traditional Halloween things like pumpkins and ghosts for Halloween. So I shop a lot during this time of year because I'm buying home decor and Halloween decor. So yeah, this is gonna be an everyday piece for me. And apologies if you hear my squeaky chair. Just ignore that. You don't hear anything. So speaking of tree witches, I found another one and she's so cool. Okay, so look at this. I haven't seen it. I know I've been watching the Halloween hunting videos that all the people in the States are putting out, but I haven't seen anyone show this, and she lights up, guys. This was only $20. Like, another example of something that is so reasonably priced that I was expecting this to be at least $24.99, right? But it's not. It's only 20 bucks. So she does light up green. As you can see, she has a cute little bird friend, and I love the moss. I love this tree witch, and I'm so glad I bought her because I had gotten the other one first, and then I was like, oh, do I need 2? Well, I'm so grateful and happy that I did because them together look so good. And I'm thinking of decorating with a media piece or by my TV or by my spooky forest, my plants. I'm going to put them together and they look really, really nice together. So maybe maybe if I find the tree witch with the pumpkin, that could be my Halloween one, and then these can be out all year round. So I kind of like that, and I just love her so much. What a great find. Again, 20 bucks is so amazing, and she is shedding on me, but that's okay. And then from this past weekend, again, Halloween hunting, I went to, how many winners? 1, 2, 3, 4 different winners in different areas of Montreal. And I found her. She's so cute. I had to get her. Now this I think is a little pricey. I wish this was like $14.99. I paid $20 for her, but oh my goodness, look at the detail. The umbrella sold me. There are a few little, you know, nicks and scratches, which I'm gonna try and touch up with some white paint and black paint, but for the most part, I love her. And this is in fact my first and only Summerween item. I don't think I'll ever decorate for Summerween, but I love her. And I really, really want the Frankenstein on a lawn chair. I wanted him since last year, so I hope I find him this year. I really do. So I have Frankenstein's Monsters bust and the Bride of Frankenstein bust from Michael's that I decorate all year round, as well as for Halloween, and those are out. But I would switch those out for these two if I find the Frankenstein one, you know, and I would switch them out and have these two for the summer months. But I really hope I find him. Anyway, she's on a beautiful purple pink floaty. I love the color of her skin, this like minty blue. I love the umbrella. I'm like a moth to a flame whenever I see black and white stripe anything. So her umbrella with the pumpkin, it's so cute. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. So great find. So I just have 2 more items from Homesense so far. Like I said, Homesense here in Canada, Montreal, they're finally starting to put things out. I've been going and going and going, but it kind of gets a little tiring when you go and you get your hopes up and you get there and there's just a few little things, and all the Homesenses seem to have the same stock with a few little differences here and there. So I'm gonna give it maybe like a week or two. Okay, let's say I'm gonna give it a week, and I'm gonna go check again around me, and because you never know what you can find, right? Please, Halloween gods, can Joanna Parker please come to Canada? Like, I don't understand why we have similar stock but not Joanna Parker. We never get Joanna Parker, and it's killing me inside. It really does. It bothers me so much. I want so many things. Okay, breathe. Let's get back to this haul. So the items that I don't need more of are kitchen towels, hand towels, pillows, and blankets, but they're like my kryptonite. Oh, and ribbons. I love me some ribbon. I have, as you can see, a ribbon wall and like 2 drawers of ribbon, like IKEA big drawers of ribbon. Sorry, I'm rambling, but I haven't done one of these in a really long time. I'm so excited. The spooky season's finally here. Halloween hunting has begun, so this is like my favorite time of the year, and I'm just so happy. Okay, so my kitchen towels. I'm obsessed with it. I just love. I want to live here. The tree here makes me think of like the opening scene in Hocus Pocus, or like all those 90s movies, and I just want to live here. I love this little guy. He's my favorite. I love the scene, and I saw from watching other people's videos that they have the same print as a blanket. Oh my god, I want that so bad. It's so beautiful. It's so classic. I love the orange and black, the classic kind of illustrations, the little characters, and there are 2 in here, and this is just like a decorative hand towel because I don't think it's really gonna, it's not that functional. But anyway, so then yesterday I found these and I'm obsessed. They're so pretty. Look at them. They're so pretty. These were $12.99. Oh, and the other ones were $9.99, I believe. Yeah. Now these were $12.99. Not sure why, but the material is different, so that could be it. Look how freaking cute. I'm a sucker for skulls, and I just love this pattern so much. I think it's so pretty. I love the pumpkins. I love the flowers. I love the skeleton. I love the look of him, like the illustration. And these are going to be like my Summerween towels. Like I said, I don't have anything for Summerween. These are perfect for everyday summer months, right? Obsessed. They're so pretty. Love them so much. Okay, so that is it for winners, I believe. Winners in Homesense. Now the big star of the show, all of my Michael stuff. I'm also going to be doing a Halloween craft haul, so check out for that. That's definitely going to be coming soon. I did place quite a big order on scrapbook.com recently, and I did place an order for items at Target. I don't know if I'm gonna be getting them this year, possibly in September, October. Like, I have family in the US, so I send it to them. So hopefully I'll have those pieces to decorate with for this year. If not, it's okay. I'm just glad that I secured them and I have them and they're in my possession, like they're mine. Because there's some really great pieces, and the metal branchy trees that I wanted since last year, they're back, and when I saw that they're now a pack of 2, I bought 2 packs. So I'm getting 4 branchy trees. I love them. Like, I love trees. I decorate with trees all year round as well. So anyway, I'm a tree hugger. So let's get into the Michaels haul. I don't even know where to start. There's just like so many things piled around me. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with what's right here. As you can see, this box. I love this guy. So last year I got the ghosty blow mold one and I love him, but this year they have the same one, but he's holding a pumpkin and I wish I had that one because I really like that one more, but it's okay. I used it last year to decorate for my tree, as my tree topper. I used the ghosty one last year. I have quite a few options now, but now that Michaels is coming out with actual tree toppers, I'm buying them all. Like I buy the ones that I like. Last year I bought the ghost and the bat. Before that, what I would use is the tinsel witch hat and the tinsel ghost, you know, those like frames that have tinsel around. I hope you know what I mean. I used to use those as my tree topper. And I'm actually going to be using the tinsel witch hat for this year because like I said, the theme is going to be witchy. So that's the only witchy theme I have for a topper. But regardless, I had to get this one. I really love the bat one from last year. It was the same kind of material, you know, wrapped around with glitter. And this ghosty is so cool. So I really love him. I love that he lights up. He's really big. So I think this is going to be a great size for a tree topper. And I had to get him. Love him so much. Okay, so I guess now we're moving straight into vintage spirits. So I love this. Oh my gosh, I love this. So I thought this was smaller. It doesn't fit on the wall that I want to put it on, but it's okay. I'm going to put it in the kitchen. I didn't realize it was wood. I thought it was metal, but regardless, it's really cool. So this is the Halloween countdown, and I think it goes this way because it's like days until Halloween, so it'd be 31, 30, you know what I mean, goes this way. And I cannot wait to start using this. And I'm happy that the little dial thing doesn't scratch the pattern. I really like that. This is so freaking cute. I haven't been telling you the Michaels prices, but this is $24.99 Canadian. But I'm using coupons, I'm using vouchers. Like I'm not paying full price for these except for a few things, which it irks my soul that I paid full price for this, and I'll get to it shortly. But regardless, these bigger pieces I am definitely getting with coupons. I love that it has all of the images, like the main characters for the line. I just really love this so much. Then I got the Mr. Skelly's soda pop. A pop so good it'll raise the dead. I love these for storing like in your craft room. So I absolutely love this. I love the big one as well, but I just really wanted this one if I had to choose because it's smaller. So my plan for this is to put it in my craft room, not this current craft room because I have no space, but eventually when I have a bigger space, I want to kind of store like my junk journaling products in there because I do junk journaling kits and I sell them in my shop. So I can kind of like organize different tags and stuff like that. It would be a storage solution for my craft room. But in the meantime, I'm going to be using it as a riser. I can definitely decorate with this and then add something on top. So this was kind of pricey. This was $44.99. I did use a 40% off coupon, but I didn't want to risk missing out on this. So one thing I should say that my Michaels have only received 2 of each item, and I went today. I got 2 more items today, but when I went, there was only 1 gumball machine left, and some things that I already bought all gone, and that really sucks because they're not gonna get more, and that is unfortunate. I really want that gumball machine. I can't justify it though. I don't have the space for it, but I kind of just imagine if I did craft fairs, you can do like little you know, those Easter eggs that open, and you can fill it up with like different like prizes or whatever in there, and someone can buy like 3 tickets for 15, and then they get 3 chances at the you know, the turn thing, and then whatever they get inside the little balls, it can be a coupon code, it could be a free gift, stuff like that. I kind of envisioned that, but I don't do craft fairs, but that was the idea I had for that. And the other thing that I think would be so good for a craft fair is the chalkboard sign. I love it. It's so beautiful. I love the design of it, the black and orange checkered. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, but I don't have any reason to get it right now. I don't do craft fairs, like I said, but if I had, or like a cafe or something, if I had a like a storefront and you can do like specials or whatever and for the Halloween season, I love that sign so much. If ever it's still around and it's like super liquidated, like 70-80% off, I will pick it up, but for now I just couldn't justify that. But anyway, back to what I did get. So I love this guy, and this brings me to one of the other items that I was obsessed with and had to have this year. Is little Miss Kitty here. She is so cute. And so to give you an example, she can sit on this guy. So this is how I might decorate for the year with her. Not sure, we'll see. I do have a lot of these like plushies that I like to put on my couch, so she might go with the others, but just to give you an idea, I'm gonna use the box as something like this. So that's the idea for that for now, and then like I said, I'm gonna put it in my craft room eventually. So she is so cute, I love her so much. Should I call her Miss Kitty Fantastico? If you get the reference, let me know. I just need a name for her, but I might actually call her that. I think that's what's gonna happen. So she's so cute. She has a couple little like loose threads that I'm gonna cut, but out of the 4, this was the best one, and there was only 2 in my store and they're all gone now. So my Michael's by me, it's like not even a 10-minute drive. The thing is it's really small. They are not carrying the full collections of anything, so there are a lot of missing items, especially when it comes to the florals and stuff like that. Like there's a bat metal riser that I want, and I saw it this past weekend at another store. It was $43 or $45, and I thought that was a little insane. I do want that because risers are always good to like lift up some items, especially if you're decorating like a cluster of things and you want to like lift something up, you know what I mean? They're always good to have, and I don't have any Halloween ones, so I really want that. But I can't justify paying $40-something for that. Even with the coupon, it'll come out to like 30 whatever. It's just too much. It's too much. So hopefully that goes on sale and it's still around. But a lot of stores are only getting 2 of each thing, so it's really tricky this time around because it's like it's hard to gauge whether, basically, if you like something, you got to get it right away. We don't get the same amount of stock like some places in the States do. So if each store is only getting 2 or 4 of each item, and you wait too long, you might just miss out on these things. So I had to be smart about what I'm picking up. I have to constantly travel to different Michaels around me, like 20-30 minutes away, some even like 45 an hour away, just so that I can look at the different stock. And another thing is the quality is not the greatest. Like certain things don't have the greatest paint job, and if each store is getting 2 of each and by the time you get there there's only 1 item of the thing you want, I'm not gonna pay so much money for something that isn't great, and I know I can probably find it in another Michael's. So that's another layer to the Halloween hunt for me, at least in Montreal, is that I can't just go to one Michael's and find everything I want. I have to go to multiple stores in multiple times. So that kind of is a bummer. Anyway, rant over. Let's get back into the haul. And so I love her so much. She was definitely one of my favorite items when I saw her. I don't have a kitty plushie. I have a lot of them. If you want to check out my Halloween, how I decorated last year for 2025, I'll link the video below. You'll see a pan of my couch and all of the different ones I own. Not all of them. I still have a lot more that I don't put out, but a good collection of them are out there. So you'll see that in the video. I'll link it below. But she is going to be the perfect addition to my collection. So welcome to the family, Miss Kitty Fantastico. I love her. I love her dress. It's a little bit wrinkly, but honestly, it's better than the ones I saw at the store near me. I had to go travel for her. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I just love her so much. Her arms are posable, but for some reason, when I lift one, both lifts, and the other ones didn't do that. So I think that's pretty cool of her. And you could like, bend the wire and stuff. So you can actually get them to hold something. And I do like the skeleton and the pumpkin guy, but this was my favorite. So if ever those are still around, I will maybe pick them up if they're on sale. But honestly, they're going quick. Like, she's gone in my store, and then I went today and there's only 1 of each, pumpkin and skeleton. So y'all love this shit as much as I do. So next I'm going to share with you some of the ornaments I picked up so far. I do still want a few more. Like, I definitely want another one of this kitty because, like I said, the theme is witch for this year for my tree. So I definitely want to get some more cats. My tree is black, so black on black not really going to show, but I like that the orange will make it pop. So I do want at least another 2 like this, and these are $7.99 Canadian. So let me just zoom in a little so you can see. Super cute, right? And then again, witchy theme. I had to get the pumpkin witch, and again, same price, $7.99. So I did get 2 separate trips. 1 trip, another trip, because I'm using coupons, guys. I'm using coupons. So I love them so much, and at least when I decorate my tree, I at least need 2 or 3 of each item. So for these, I think I'm just gonna stick with 2 because I do have a lot of other things I'm gonna be using to decorate. So I don't want to go kind of overboard. But I'm really glad that I was able to find these. Last year, the ornaments didn't come here at all. Actually, none of these ornaments came to my store. I had to go to different stores to buy these ornaments. On a separate trip, I also got these cats. Like I said, you can't have a witch tree without cats. And I love these. These are new. I haven't seen them before. I love the whiskers. And I just think they're so pretty. And I use a lot of this stuff when I decorate for my tree. I like stick them out, of the tree. I do have a Halloween decorate with me vlog if you want to check out the way I did my tree last year. I'll link it below as well. I'm hoping to do another one of those this year. We'll see depending on how much time I have. But I definitely will show you the full finished tree, of course. I love to show you guys how everything looks at the end. So anyway, 2 of these to stick somewhere. You can't have a witch tree without your familiars, so I really love these, and I did pay full price for them, but they were only $2.99, so I didn't mind that. So let me show you the 2 items I bought today. I got the little skeleton pail. Again, when I went last Friday, when they had all of the Halloween out at my store, they didn't have these, and then when I went today, they did, but they only had 1 of each. I want all 3, let's be real. I want all 3 of them, but the other 2 were in bad shape, and this one was the best out of the 2. So I went with this guy, and I'm really hoping I do find the other 2 as well. The issue is that they're $16.99. I kind of wish they came all 3 in a set of like $24.99, but to buy each one is ridiculously expensive at full price. So there's that, but then also the added factor of each store is getting 2, and by the time you get there, there's none. So I'm really hoping I can find the other 2 at some point in the Halloween hunt, but if not, I'm really happy I have the skeleton guy. He's one of my favorites. I love the way they look, the skeleton that they did for this year as well, but I'm not paying full price for, or even with the coupon, I'm not paying all that money for styrofoam. Not gonna happen. So I'm really hoping that there's still some items like this sticking around when the sale starts. So I really love both of these, the sign and this, and I decided to just get the sign, but then I went back and I'm like, no, I'm getting this. I love this. I love this. I love it so much. So I'm like, F it, I'm just gonna get both of them. So I went back for him today, $24.99. This one I got with a 30, this one I got with a 40, and then I applied a $10 voucher on top of that. So I did get these 2 items for about $19 and some change. So that's a really good deal. Anyway, look how cute. I love the very vintage vibe of it. I love the cat, the pumpkin. I have one like this, like one of those block countdown things that I got at home a couple years ago, but it was only like $5.99, so it's not like the best quality. So when I saw this one, I'm like, this is so much nicer. And I know I already have one, but I don't care. This is so much nicer. I could put this one in the living room and the other one can stay on the kitchen counter. So I have options now, but I just love it so much. And look at the detail. I love the little paper frills. I mean, it's not the best quality, like it's ungluing, but that's easy. I'm a crafter, I can fix that. And I'm actually gonna redo the pom-pom. I'm thinking of taking it out and fixing the hot glue drip because I don't like that. And then there's some hairs from the pom-pom that I'm gonna just trim. So I am gonna like kind of fix this up a little bit. But like I said, there was only 2 and I got the best out of the 2. So yeah. So that was from today's haul. And now I just have a few more things to show you for today. I also got these miniatures. Don't ask me what I'm gonna do with these. I just had to have them because, you know, the little pails are so cute. This was $14.99 Canadian. I used a 40% off coupon on this. This was the only one in store, so it's not the best paint job, but it was the only one and I had to get it. I didn't want to miss out. Again, the store only carried 2. And so what I like to do with these, obviously for crafty purposes, but I think for these ones specifically, I'm going to put them in my Halloween town. And if I'm lucky enough to find more, then I'll use them, maybe stock up and use that for crafting. So that store that I went to this past weekend had the garlands out, and oh my gosh, there's so many cute ones. I love the bat bow garland. I would buy that if I didn't already buy the black bow one from last year. I used it for Halloween, so maybe I could get the black bow bat one. But they also have this other garland that has bats and like purple bows, like magenta, kind of like this color, and they're so cute, and I want that garland for Halloween. So eek, I might be buying more, but I had to get this one, and it's very fragile, so let me be very careful. This is so freaking gorgeous. This is glass, like I said. This was how much is this? This was $27.99 Canadian, but I used a 40% off coupon. And it is just so gorgeous. Again, it's glass. I have to be very, very careful. One of them was already broken in the store. It has that classic vintage ornament vibe. It's so pretty. And I saw this on the website, and I saw that they draped it on the tree. And I do have a garland that is like plastic balls. It's vintage inspired from a couple years ago that they had them from, I think, 2019. Anyway, I have 3 of them, and I have put them in the past on my tree as garland, and they do look really great. So if I do that again, I'm gonna need another 2 of these. but they're $27.99, so a little pricey. And because they're glass, I'm really scared about like storing them for long term. I don't want anything to break, but this is such a great find. This is so cool. You can't go wrong with this. It's black, silver, and orange, the classic colors. This is so gorgeous. So for me, I think I'm gonna drape it in the kitchen entryway. Woo! Or maybe on the curtains in the living room, but I'll need a second one for that. If you guys are still sticking around this whole time, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. All right, everyone, so my last few items are Halloween florals. So before I show you what I got, I just want to kind of give you a bit of a backstory for these items. Again, my store is really small. We're not carrying the full floral line at all. And those are one of my favorite things to pick up every year for my tree, to decorate and stuff like that. So normally I wait for the sales, buy one, get one free, to buy my floral picks. If I wait too long, the good ones are always gone. So I always go with that sale. But I couldn't risk it this year because, like I said, the one by me doesn't have this. The other one by my parents probably won't carry this as well. So I'd have to like really go out of my way. And I don't know how many times I'm going to be going to that Michael's because, like I said, it's out of the way. So yeah, I decided to get them full price. They're just so gorgeous. Look how beautiful they look together. Oh my God. Like I said, I'm a moth to a flame when it is black and white anything. So when I saw these, I was like, oh, I need them. They also have them in orange and black, which I also really want. And these, I only saw these in purple. There was only four. And I seen some people in the States, they're like fully stocked on these, but that store only had 4. So I got 3 out of the 4 and they're $8 each. So I think that's a little pricey. Like I said, I would buy these on sale and I couldn't use the 40% off coupon because I was buying other things. So my idea was to use my vouchers. So more on that later. So I got 3 of these because, like I said, around me, they don't have them. I don't want to miss out on these. And I love them so much that I thought I'll just get them. So the way my tree is set up, I at least need another 1 or 2 of these. But for now, I got 2 out of the 4 that they had. I love this so much. Definitely like, you know, pull them apart, open them up a bit more. But for now, I'm just going to leave them as this because I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate. Like, I don't know if I want them fully spread out or not. So I definitely wanted these so badly. So I went to the cash with everything else and my voucher did not ring up. And I got so, you know, in the moment you get flustered, there's people behind you, you don't want to like hold up the line. So I completely forgot to ask her, okay, the voucher is not working. Can I do a separate order? So I pay for the other 2 things with the 40% and then this separately with my $10 and $5 off. I completely forgot to do that. So because she told me that because I used the 2 coupons, I can't use my vouchers, I was flustered and I said, okay, fine. And I was in my back of my mind, I'm like, I can't believe I'm paying full price for this. This was like $40-something. And like I said, I always buy these on sale. So I'm kicking myself for buying them full price, but at the same time, I didn't want to miss out on these. I don't want to regret it. But it's really annoying the fact that I couldn't get the voucher and I don't understand why, because it worked in the past and it worked today. I got those 2 other items and then I added the $10 off on top and it worked, it went fine. The only difference that I noticed between the 2 interactions was that today she put the coupons, took my number and then applied the voucher. And this past weekend, what she did was she scanned the 240s and then she scanned the vouchers right after and it didn't work. Had she maybe took my number and then went back to scan like the lady did today, maybe it would have worked. So that is quite a bummer. I'm upset that I paid full price for them and that the vouchers didn't work at that store. Again, I don't know why. It worked today, it worked the other day. Register in my mind to think, hey, it worked before. So it was only until after I left when I was like, why didn't I ask for 2 separate bills? And then I'm like, why didn't it work? So in the moment you kind of get flustered, you know, you don't want to hold up the line, like I said. So regardless, that's my story. I hate that I paid full price for these, but I love them. And like I said, I didn't want to miss out on them. And I'm sure I can find them again somewhere else, but I'd have to like hunt for that. And that's okay, because at that point, I'll buy them when they're on sale. All right, that is my haul. That is my first Halloween haul. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked what I picked up. Let me know in the comments what are some of your favorite items, or what items are you getting this year from Michael's? Do you like the vintage Halloween line? Do you like the magical one, the witchy one? There's so many awesome items. I really love the Bound by Magic, the celestial stuff, but like I said, my store does not have all of it. And the thing I really wanted the most was the astrology mirror. My store is now sold out completely. They only had 2. They're both gone. I don't know where to put it, so that's why I didn't get it. But I really want that mirror. I really want the little velvet cushion, because that's again a nice riser. I really want a couple of other items. Of course, they're so beautiful. I love the moon and celestial vibe, especially like the 90s kind of throwback vibe it gives. So I do love that. Really want that gumball machine, like I said, but I have no space for it right now. But I know that it's a collector's item and I'm gonna kick myself for not getting it, but I don't have any reason to get it right now. So anyways, we'll see what happens. All right, I completely forgot to show you Spooky Town, so I'm definitely going to be adding this into the video. So I got 3 pieces this year. Spooky Town really did amazing. I love them so much. There's so many good ones. There are at least 2-3 more that I want, but we'll see what happens. If they're still around when they go on sale, I might pick up another 1 or 2. I really want the Crypt City facade. It's $190 though here in Canada, so it's kind of crazy. It's more expensive than the ones I picked up, I think, just for the facade, but it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous, and I love it because the lighting is like purple, so seeing it in person really made me like it more. At first I didn't really think it was nice. It's like pretty much like, you know, a cemetery kind of thing, Crypt City, but seeing it lit up really sold me, and I'm like, this is awesome, and I kind of wanted it in my collection, so I might get that one as well. But the ones I did pick up were, what's this called? Macabre Mansion. This is the one I wanted the most. This is my favorite one. When I saw this lit up in videos, the green and the purple, it's just so gorgeous, and I don't have purple lighting for some of my spooky towns, so I had to get this one. And I did get it with the 40 off coupon. I am planning on doing a Spooky Town show and tell with you guys. I'm going to pull out all of my Spooky Towns that I've been collecting since 2013, I want to say. But I am going to plan on doing a video for you guys because I thought it'd be fun to like unbox them and look at them. There's some that I haven't used in years. I like to tend to put out like a town, you know, houses and like shops. So I don't really use some of them, not all of them. I don't have space for all of them, that's why. Anyway, eventually my whole goal is to have like a whole Halloween village, kind of like when growing up we had a whole Christmas village that my parents would set up. So I'm hoping to do the same with Halloween. So that being said, I definitely had to get Nightmare Video. I wanted him since last year, and I'm really happy that Michael's carried it this year because I didn't think I can get my hands on this. So in love with it. And $150, but I did use a coupon, again another 40 off coupon. So the last one we picked up is the Coffin Parlor, and this one is $120, again 40 off coupon, and it's so cool. I like the green. I like the shaking little coffin on the top. So cool. And one thing I did notice, now let me know if you guys have noticed this too, I think that the Spooky Town houses this year are like really small in comparison to some in the past. I think they like shrunk them all. They're smaller. They really are. And especially when you see them all like displayed in the store when they, you know, they do the display and they're all lit up. Looking at them all like that, I'm like, wow, they really shrunk these houses and raised the prices. Like, how crazy is that? It's more expensive and smaller. So maybe you haven't noticed that, but next time you go to Michael's, if you check them out, take a look and let me know what you think, because I really do think they made this houses a lot smaller. And compared to other pieces that I've seen in the past, like remember the dungeon one with the ride there? It's big, and now I feel like all of these are so small. So let me know what you guys think. So yeah, that is my haul officially. All right everyone, thank you again for watching. I hope you're all doing well. Stay spooky, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.